Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to the continuing adventures of JabGut, the Spriggan Wizard of Ushanzari, who is about as unlike a Spriggan Wizard as you can get, given that he stabs things and burns them with his hands. Where last we left off, I had descended all the way down to the 19th floor of the dungeon and cleared it, skipping past the vaults, which are on floor 18, by mistake, but, you know, making good on it and accidentally finding that new spell, which I'm running with now. Apparently, I've left Joseph alive several floors above and just completely forgot about him. And you know what? Fuck him. We're gonna leave it that way, so forget him. Other than that, here's a list of my stuff. It's pretty nice. I did find a Buckler of Reflection, which I chose to go to with last time instead of keeping the Buckler of Protection. Because I believe I'm going to be facing more Yaktor projectiles than anything else. Let's go ahead and eat up. So, entering the vault, we're very solid. We have Hungerless level 4 spells, including Sticky Flame and, Thingy-mabob. Animate Dead. As well as Conjure Flame and Mephitic Cloud for dealing with stuff that I can't just stab. We have Invisibility, which is a guaranteed against almost everything here, to give me the edge, since it will let me run away and or approach to stabbing. Oh my god, did you see how much I just did? They were one turn away from being one hit killed, and that would have meant I just literally started and killed everything. Fortunately, now the floor is alert to my being here, so let's just burn this guy and then bail. Okay, let's bail while dropping fire clouds behind me. Either way is fine with me. Okay, they're going to be coming down this way, so let's set up a welcome parade for them. Burning Hands. Okay, he's gone. Confuse on the ogre while he's adjacent to this dragon. I'd rather not spend too many turns inside that cloud. Do I have like a good blast I can use against him? It's just lightning his ass. Just ran out. Fire would be very ineffective. I think I have Disintegration though, yeah? Let's just blow him apart. Okay, he's gone. The fire roars, and now he is on fire, and the troll is in fire, and between all of these fires, you all are just gonna die. Come on, there you go. He didn't even have a chance to split apart since he was surrounded the whole time. So, all of that without using a drop of, any of my food. And I found a bread ration for my trouble. There's no way I'm gonna get all the way to him that way. So let's go over the long way and see if maybe I can reach the centaur without him knowing. Nope. Well, there we go, I got him. Didn't quite kill him, but didn't exactly leave him very happy. Yeah, I'm really glad I picked up Sticky Flame, because already I would have been dealing with 8 of these green guys on one floor. And while clever use of Conjure Flame can deal with them alone, Sticky Flame makes it easier. And notice that I'm not relying on Sticky Flame to win me the game or anything. It's just another tool that I have at my disposal. You get into if you're playing right, you're set up so that you can get away with using a bunch of different tools. You're dealt whichever tools you're dealt, and then you learn to work with them. For example, this is my first game ever using Sticky Flame. I have never cast Sticky Flame to my recollection in another game of Crawl. I knew vaguely how it works, so I guess maybe I must have read about it and or used it once and forgotten. But it's literally never been a staple of my skills, but it turns out to solve the exact problem I have, so I'm using it now. Okay, why are all these leather armors grayed out? I found a bunch of really nice armors, but I suspect they're grayed because as a Spriggan I probably can't wear them. Okay, that's almost 5 or 6 stabs in a row. Unfortunately, the guys inside that room are all very much awake now. If indeed they were ever not awake. And based on the speed they're moving, I would assume that they're probably either bees or summons. No, you know what? Burn him. That's the plan. And then Mephitic Cloud all of his summons, which should be Mephitic vulnerable, and then burn him again, and then just smack him with my sword until one of us starts to give. Okay, now we'll just get out while the unsummonable summons just go and kill all of the real things, and there we go. Easy peasy, Japanese. Now we'll just get some tier 2 stabs in. Okay, and you know what? Hungerless, right? So raise the dead. All of you guys, come with me. Or stay behind. I do not care. Okay, those bees did not know I was there for a ridiculously long time. Okay, come on. Stab, 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 stab. You know, I forgot that these guys even get summoned in the lair, or even created in the lair. I'm just so fixated on the few enemies that are actually difficult. At this point, I've already discussed in the previous vid which monsters I anticipate will be the most... You know what? Go ahead and ignore it. I don't have time or energy to be dealing with that right now. And I can always come back for these things if I need them. We'll also drop this heavy wand I don't need and go down 4. There's no way I can get in there fast enough to get them. So let's figure out whether or not Sant Roca can see invisible, and accordingly we'll make our plans. He does not appear to have the ability to see invisible. Oh, you poor woe-begotten soul. To begin with, let us Mephitic Cloud right there, and then take a step and go invisible right here. With the exception, possible exception of the Orc Sorcerer, I think that all of them cannot see me now. And Sant Roca is dead, right in the middle of his retinue of Orcish guards, making him the most dangerous unique that I have faced this entire game and killed. Let's just go ahead and butcher some of the remainder of his guard. I'm no longer invisible, and I am at melee range with a dragon, so I should probably reconsider my plan here. Let's start by raising dead. That way I have an army. And then let's light him on fire because he's an ice dragon. Then let's light him on fire again because I don't know, I think it stacks. And then we'll just start attacking him because I have enough evade that I'll outlast him. And he burns to death. That was actually easier than I expected. I'm gonna cut him up and leave the hide behind. I don't think I'll ever use it, but I like having hides as a possibility. Ah, come on! Asshole woke up. Not that it did him much good, he died next turn, but whatever. Alright, y'all can see me, so let's just get up in the middle of it again. Oh, these guys are going to be Mephitic immune. So let's just light them on fire one by one. This is really just me leaning on my hefty, now hefty, evade to win the game. Because seriously, what can they do? Actually, you know what? I'll take a new wand of disintegration over this almost used up guy any day. That's a cursed skull who hasn't seen me yet. God, what I wouldn't give to be able to just pass wall through here and stab him to death. Be fantastic. In any event, I'm gonna risk waking him up to get that book. None of these are particularly entertaining, so let's leave that behind. Okay, that's most of them. For those that aren't dead, we'll distribute some sticky flame to burn them all to death. Oh, fine, you can get sworded in the face. You happy now? Because these guys are keeping up with me. That's the irritation. And they have the ability to vampirize my face. Of course, I am using a speed-branded weapon, so I get a lot of attacks for every 1 or 2 they get. Die, you freaking ogre. Okay, level 18. I'm gonna level up strength. I know it's an oddity, but I am technically mutated to gain the strength I have right now, and it's barely enough for my totals. So I am going to use that just for carrying capacity. However, I am not going to put a single point more into strength. I've already put in 1 too many. I allow my idiosyncrasies to determine how I play, because that's ultimately how I'm most likely to win, but only to a point. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. I'll go on, become a super slime, make my day. Looks like the super slime is forming here, so let's burn that. Oh, when they split, the fire splits too. That's awesome. It's even more to my advantage than it needs to be. Alright, let's go ahead and light you on fire. Or at least sometimes splits. I'm not sure if this other one was split off or not. You know what? Walk into a fire while I stab you, please. Thank you. Ray's dead. Should give me a few more meat shields to work with. Oh, Lord. Start off by lighting him on fire and then running the other direction. Because he knows I'm here. And unless he's resistant to poison, let's actually just put some aphitics in the air just in case. Okay, that works. Sweet. Let's stab him. Note to self, just because they're draconians doesn't mean that they have all the resists. That one, on the other hand, I'm fairly sure does. But he's not enough magic resist, so Ensorcelled Hibernation knocks him out. Spellcasting of 16. Spell Hunger, still at 5 pips for the key spells. However, I'm starting to become concerned that I'm over-focusing, so let's drop Conjurations. We will slow burn spellcasting up, and we're going to continue the process we started a long time ago on stabbing. Let's start bringing it higher, baby. Definitely want to use that scroll. It looks like nothing happened. Oh well. Level 5 enchant is very hard to increase any further. I would almost say hang on to it for the eventual quick blade. But the fact of the matter is I haven't made up my mind to do the extended endgame, so there's a good chance I never run across that. Scrying has not revealed any good items inside there. Ooh! Acquirement. Let's get some new armor. -1 buckler of MR, Dex, and resist poison. Well, that's just a fantastic item, isn't it? MR is great, Dex is great, -1 to AC just basically means you don't have an AC, which I don't, so it doesn't matter. Only problem is I already have resist poison via the mutation. I will hang on to this, because eventually I can see myself losing this mutation and needing a source of resist poison, and in that setting, this would be the perfect item. I will probably drop it, of course. I don't need to literally be carrying it with me as an alternate, but you know, when there's single enemies like there often are littered around the dungeon, being a stabber is just ridiculously easy. It's like you're walking, you're traveling, and then you kill something on the way. Okay. What's the right move here? Let's light him on fire and then back away. And, of course, order my summons to stop attacking as well. Unless they all want to die, in which case they're more than welcome to. Okay, that did him in. And now I have a new Hydra skeleton. Or zombie, even better than a skeleton. Oh, easy stabs are easy. And that's not a stab opportunity, is it? No. Okay. Room cleared. Next floor. That cursed skull may very well be guarding an entrance to the crypt, which means I will eventually probably want to take it on. But there's a very good chance I pick up Passwall before then, and yeah. If I have Passwall, I can obviously take it out in like one turn. If I don't, well, it'll be trickier. And of course, if I turns out I'm wrong or I fail for some reason to kill him in one stab, I can always just initiate a teleport. I know it's weird, but believe it or not, teleport is still an escape mechanism. I know I've never used it like this whole game, but whatever. Res, move on. Stab, move on. 1. Oh no, they all woke up. Just get some mass confusion out. It's not like they're scary enemies, it's just... I would have been so gratified to get like 10 stabs in there. Focus the Yaktuars first. Of course, remember I'm using the Buckler of Reflection, so they're even less effective than they usually are. Ooh, a ring shop. I wonder what they might have that... If they have a good artifact ring, that'd be nice. Or even if they just have a... Okay, I'm pretty sure Agnes can see invisible. And I'm also pretty sure she wields some pretty nasty weapons, but she can't resist poison! And now she's dead. Nah, I can't carry another wand, huh? Alright, we'll drop this one then. Just Ensorcel Hibernate that guy and take him out. Okay, whoa, they have a lot of artifacts here. Let's see. Let's look at the artifacts first. Evocable Invisibility, Resist Electricity, and Strength +3. That may be a really good choice, actually, because I don't have a Resist Elec, and that's always a valuable resist. Since if you... It's one of those things that, if you have it, who cares? If you don't have it, you could be one-shot by a really bad electric bolt. Wizardry I don't need. Protection from cold I have. Warding I don't need. Faith I don't need. Sustainability is Dex -1, Accuracy +6, Stealth +. I don't need, because stabbing is not related to accuracy. Actually, Stealth Plus could be great. Does it stack? I believe it does stack with my actual stealth. You know, I might be looking at every ring I need for the rest of the game here. Invis, Resist Elect, Strength +3, so I can activate one to go invisible. And that would require training up evocations, which is no problem. The only question is, how much hunger does it cost to go... This is not gonna pull it up. Ring of Invisibility. Show me what you guys got. Facing his entire force at once is suicidal. Except for when you're a stabber, and you're invisible, and they're all orcs, because then they die horribly. Ring of Invisibility. Search, please. There we go. Evoke... You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there isn't a hunger cost and I just forgot. But I'm pretty sure there is. There's no guarantee. Well, at the very least, the Elect Strength will be a nice quality of life improvement. And all I'm using now is Sustainabilities, which I don't need. And I'm bound to get more gold back when I go inside the dungeon. So let's just try it out and see what happens. There we go. Evoke Invisibility does have an associated food cost. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pips, which is a lot. And compared to this invisibility for hunger cost, which is at 5, it's not a superior option. So I will eventually ditch this ring, because all it's giving me right now is strength +3 and elec resist. I'm not going to drop it right away, firstly because of sentimentality, I just burned half my income on it. But, you know, even from a practical point of view, it's not like I have a better ring that I ought to be using in that slot. Then again, my whole logic in carrying my minimum strength has been that I need to be able to ring swap without penalty in a hot situation. So I don't know, we'll see. Alright, wake all y'all up. Probably just go for a while and then switch it out. And use the extra strength to cart more stuff upstairs. You know what? Light the dog on fire. Oh, this is such a ridiculously fun spell. It's like Ignite Poison, except you can use it on anyone. Okay, that should do. Let's figure out what this wand is. Fireball, eh? Interesting. Notice that the only one I lit on fire was the blue one, because it was the only one that was vulnerable to fire, and they all died by the time he did because my stabbing is so much more dangerous. I literally memorized every spell in the original spell book. How cool is that? I made it all the way to the archer statue and then just stabbed it. Okay, you woke up way too fast. Like, you were out for a total of 1 turn. That's not enough time. Jerk. Another stab. That's another, and another, and only one of them makes the cut, and it's... now he's dead too. He made the cut. Terrible pun is terrible. Okay. Let's just cast a Confuse Cloud and stab a few times, and then another Confuse Cloud and a Burning Cloud, or rather a Burning Touch. And it was unnecessary because we just stabbed the burning target to death now, but whatever. Okay, this guy isn't dying. It makes me very concerned. Let's light him on fire. Let's eat another bread ration to lose a lot of weight. Dang it. I always hate when you get right up to them and then that last turn they figure out that you're there. It's almost like they were suckering you in the whole time. Okay, another wand to ID. Let's try it on you. What is it? Magic darts? And now you're rolling. Okay, that kind of hurt. Let's back off. Just long enough to give him space to reach me. And because I can see around corners, I can totally time my Mephitic Cloud better. You know, I've been playing this round so long, I practically forgot that Ashanzari is giving me vision of stuff around corners. I'm just used to it now. It's like I anticipate. Why can't I see through the wall, you know? Oh, come on, just die already. You're on fire. There you go. Killed by Centaur, not me, but whatever. It's still good enough. You know what? I'm gonna drink a potion of curing and get rid of that missing 1 point. It's irritating me too much. May not be the right move, but this is a throwaway run, for God's sake. I shouldn't be playing it like it's a serious run. And I'm not, I guess. I mean, I'm using spells I've never used before. I'm not painstakingly looking up everything every 2 minutes. I'm seldom, if ever, actually stopping the run to look stuff up. Unless there's like a dangerous named unique or something. Okay, that's all of them from one Mephitic, except you, and now you're dead, and now I have a bunch of undead allies. So you see, sending enemies against me is generally a bad idea for you. Not yet maxed, still not maxed, now I'm maxed. And there we go. No longer have the missing stat point, or health point. If you're gonna fight inside a fire, don't be surprised when you burn to death. Easy stab is easy. You know, that one is asleep or something, because he hasn't even moved. So there we go, he's dead. And that one looks asleep too. Yup, and he's dead. Stealth is at 20, stabbing's at 22. Very nice. Spellcasting is still going up, so how's their invisibility hunger? Invisibility hunger is down another point, it's at 4. If only I could get it lower. I don't think that, given that I'm not focusing intelligence, I'm probably never going to get hungerless level 6 casting. That's a shitty pipe dream. But I can definitely get it lower than it is right now. Okay, one time they hit you, just one time, and all of a sudden you have to run like a scared little chicken. Makes sense though. I mean, go kill that thing. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Yes. One hit off him. You know, I've mentioned it before, but I may not have been clear. That often these kinds of Spriggan stalkery types, you know, the assassin types, become speed runs. Well, I do hope it's more clear now that you're seeing this in action why that's the case. Even when I'm low health, I don't really go back very much to regenerate. I can just keep pushing because I'm practically invulnerable. Just imagine if I was ignoring enemy fire, how much more powerful I'd be. Instead, I'm taking the time to kill little beetles, and because I can kill in one hit sometimes, even my kills are faster. I don't care how powerful a wizard you are. If you're using pure wizardry... Oh, there's an enemy that I'm actually not comfortable fighting yet. It's Wiggloff. He has the equivalent of haste, and he has See Invisible. In order to hack through both of those, it's going to take more than just my usual bag of tricks. Let's see what my usual bag of tricks has that I could use. The Sticky Flame would be nice, but it would require me to be in melee range of a Berserker. Invisibility is not going to guarantee anything. And Ensorcelled Hibernation could be good, but I don't know what kind of MR he's packing. He's wearing plate mail, so I'm inclined to believe it won't stop him. For now, I'll rely on my superior speed to navigate the floor around him. And actually, you know, I think I'll just drop down a floor. I mean, there's really no reason I have to... Oh, that was foolhardy of me. I let a brown slime attack me, hit me, and corrode my armor. Obviously, it can't corrode my weapon, but my armor here totally can. Lucky for me, it's the one piece of armor I don't have cursed and that has literally no bonuses on it, so I can replace it with any other cloak in the game, provided I'm willing to go back for them, which I'm not right now. So inward and onward and upward, or downward. We're not gonna go the direction of alright? No, not alright. We're not going to go all the way up to the lair. I'd rather move deeper into the dungeon. Besides, with even a modicum of luck, I'll be finding another cloak sooner rather than later. And the difference between 6 AC and 5 AC is pretty meaningless at this point in the game. If you're hitting my AC, I'm doing it wrong. Let's go ahead and turn on deflect missiles, since at least 2 of them are pointing bows at me right now. Or repel missiles, whatever. So between my shield of reflection and my actual reflection, I should be really reflective. Unfortunately, they're still nailing me. I'm working really hard to preserve one ration, aren't I? I should probably just go invisible and kill them all. That's not the correct target, moron. Alright. Easily resists. Boom! Gotcha. That's Smite. On characters who get a decent health pool, Smite becomes less and less of a threat. I don't get a decent health pool, so Smite will always remain a fairly reasonable threat. Where did you all come from? Wherever it is, you're gonna die now. Alright, just because you picked this square, I wish I knew how to clear a single square from blocked. Okay, that was a very reasonable stab, and the follow-up actually mephitic'd him, so now he's down. That was also a very reasonable stab. Let's just light him on fire for the rest, and raise some dead. There's at least one fire giant that I haven't yet located or taken out, so that remains to be taken care of as well. Come to me, sir, so I can light you on fire and send you on your merry way. Somehow he was hurling stuff at me without knowing where I was. He must have been attacking my minions, who are apparently now being attacked by a centaur. Poor planning on the centaur's part, revealing his position against my minions so that I could take him out. Of course, he had no way of knowing it was poor planning, so, yeah. No, pick up none of that, please. Light him on fire, and then smack him with the sword a few times. Okay, if that was a few too many. Just let the mob finish him off. Close the door, make the giant come to you, and definitely want repel missiles and regenerate on. Gotcha! Hunger status is still reasonable, so let's have a pile of food to bring myself back to engorged. That's a single hit. Now he's on fire and he's dead. Oh man, he was still on the fire. Cursed rings, eh? Yeah, hunger is not a good brand, unfortunately. 14 confuses on this guy, so we'll drop the other one. Bad habit. I don't actually need a Wand of Confusion anymore. Any target I would be attacking with that, I'd probably just attack with something more dangerous. Should probably swap my animate dead key at this point to something on my left hand so I use it more often. Okay, looks like this floor is cleared too. Let's clear the final floor of the vaults, and then I will call it the quits for my time, and we'll worry about... Oh god, it's Mennas. I'm fairly positive if anyone can see invisible, it'll be him. Yeah, PC's invisible. And he can confuse. And he can smite, I think. And he can haste and berserk, and he can do all sorts of nasty shit, and I'm not even close to the distance I need to be to stab him reliably. Do I have a scroll of blink? Damn it! How perfect would it have been to blink right next to him and then just kill him? But, if I recall correctly, despite being halfway down the vaults, I have not, in fact, ever found a scroll of blinking this entire game. 6 squares is a long distance to walk, and he will probably catch me. Let's get away from his line of sight to reduce the odds that he sees me at all, and this guy too. Let's use all of my buffs. That means haste, invisibility, so that the centaur isn't, or the Yaktor isn't a factor. And then let's just charge him. He woke up at the worst possible time for me. Totally a good time to teleport. Because I may not get another shot to teleport this game. Problem is I can't leave Vault 7 and skip it, because I have to use Vault 7 in order to get through Vault 8. If there was a Amulet of Resist mutation, I'd put it on right now, but I don't have that yet, so I'm going to have to take the risk of getting mutated because of all that glow. Okay, nothing happened. I got to keep my good mutations without getting any bad ones. Okay, I need options. I need some way of killing Mennas. I can't go invisible against him. I can't use any powerful conjurations because I don't have any. I can't reliably reach him to stab him. Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, why can't I reach him to stab him? Sure, I didn't manage the first time, but that's no guarantee I won't manage the second time, right? That right there is a good excuse to use some ability to find out what it is. That is Mennas. I see him, he doesn't see me. He probably knows where I am. Let's definitely go haste. There's no point going invisible, he'll just see right through it. But there is a point hasting. I'm not even sure what I'm thinking. I'm going to charge him, despite the fact that he is very much alerted to my presence, without any means of disabling him. I mean, I have the Wand of Confusion, but his magic resist has to be really high. 202. I don't know how big that is, but let's compare it to Saint Roca, who I know is ridiculous. 72. Oh, yeah, okay, no question. And hit dice is probably equivalent to hit dice 18, hit dice 19. One thing I might consider doing is transmutating him with Polymorph Other into something else, which I'll have better luck against. Again, that would require me to successfully land a Polymorph Other, which is not going to happen. Not sure why I'm carrying this ring. Let's drop that for sure. What does a Scroll of Vulnerability do? How effective is it? If it's very effective. He doesn't use offensive spells for the most part. Just that one Confuse. But if I walk into that fight, and he's already downed, is halved for a short duration. Magic immune monsters are unaffected. This will prevent me from hasting, though. Really have to stop and think about this, because as much as this is a throwaway run, I don't want to throw it away stupidly. It's a one-off run. That doesn't mean it's an one awful run. God, what I wouldn't give to be a berserker right now and just summon 5 allies of Trog and have him killed instantly. It's not what I am. Invisibility doesn't work. Haste doesn't work. I ran from Wigloff under lesser conditions, as I don't even have Control Blink to get away and if the worst should happen. And you just know he's probably wielding something badass. Blessed Falchion of Holy Wrath. with a large shield. I'm pretty sure the halo means that he's gonna get the aura around him means he's gonna get a bonus to hit, which is gonna suck. If I could banish him into the abyss, that would be ideal. And that would require a 10%. I would have like a 10% chance or less of that happening per dagger hit with a dagger, which would require me to switch weapons and then come back and then get a good situation on him. No, it's not worth considering at this point. Truth is, I don't know how to deal with this situation. Right now I can escape him fairly easily. I can go around him fairly easily. And that right there is the answer to the question. I can, in fact, go around him fairly easily. And I said it in the last video, I believe, that the #1 rule of Crawl is that you do not have to kill every enemy. You may have to kill many enemies, but you do not have to kill every enemy. It's especially true for a stabber like me. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction as him, bearing in mind that this is a very dangerous floor to be on, but all that really means to me this minute is it's extra important to clear as much of the floor away from him as I can, because that's the side of the floor I'm going to be using to clear the next dungeon floor. I'm going to go one floor deeper eventually. When I do, I'm going to find the rune, get out. Maybe farm that lower floor for experience. And I'm never going to kill Mennos this game. Let's light this guy on fire while we're at it. Once I clear Vault 7, or at least much of Vault 7, I'm going to quit playing for now. And I'm going to have to be very, very cautious to keep myself in such a situation that I'm always able to scry Mennos coming so that I never get caught off guard. Sure, I can bemoan not being a berserker right now all I want. That's actually not a bad... I mean, that's actually reasonable considering how much I'm screwed by Mennos right now. But honestly, as long as it's me complaining about it and not suiciding, I'm happy. That's one down. That's one on fire. It's two on fire. And then let's just blink, because every square here is literally a square I don't want to be on. Let's light him on fire, stab him a couple times for good measure. And then let's just get out of here. I mean, there's literally no reason to fight these guys. They're all just summoned enemies anyway. As long as none of them have smiting ability, you know, I don't... They disappear in clouds. That prevents me from clouding the exits. Take your pick. Fire or spike? Okay, good. He's gone. That vampire... I'm really glad I got in the attacks against him, because he has the potential to be very irritating. Not very dangerous, but very irritating. And he's still alive, apparently. Now he's dead. Okay, so far so good. I did successfully check. I don't actually know where Mennos has gone. He was last seen here. He could have wandered up this way very easily. Hopefully he won't come into this fortress area. That would be incredibly fortuitous for him. And I don't think he's that lucky. He doesn't need to be lucky. I mean, he's powerful, but you know. Let's go ahead and light both of the big guys on fire. The summoners on fire. What are those? Oh god, there are more vampires. At least I can reach them. If I can reach them, I can torch them. If I can torch them, they'll die. But I might die in the process, so let's be sure to block the way out and then run. So anything that chases me can chase me through a pillar of fire. That's an acceptable trade for me. Turn on regeneration. I don't know why I didn't do that before. There is a greater mummy, which I'm fairly certain must have been summoned, as opposed to an actual mummy. But it's here, and now I'm all the way in a corner with all of my health and much of my mana. Okay, now all of my health and all of my mana, so I shouldn't be concerned. It's just that the fear that Mennos could be around any corner has me on the edge of my seat, and I'm worried that if I stop and then come back, I'll forget that very real worry. I've been told that I play with the fear of a spellcaster when I play a berserker. And I think that's a valid statement. I recognize the failing that entails. But in this one situation... Oh! If I can light the mummy on fire, it'll be dead in like 3 turns. Of course, if I can't... Look what kind of damage it dealt me. So yeah, let's go ahead and just use a regen spell. Oh, that's not an ally. Whoopsies. It is, however, dead. Fire is on it. I'm regenning and I have to teleport. I know it's dangerous, but you know what's more dangerous is fighting a fight I know I can't win. Heal wounds? Definitely. Yes, I just foregoed an opportunity to stab. That was a big mistake. I don't know. I guess I just forgot that I'm a stabber for a moment there. Because mummies have a vulnerability to fire, an inherent vulnerability to fire. Oh, crap, he found me. Telly. Blink. He can't catch me. Okay, good. Got out. Got out, hiding in a corner. Where was Mennos last observed? Top right corner of the map. Brilliant. I will endeavor to fight the bottom side of the map now. The mummy death curse of slow is the only reason that guy actually caught me as easily as he did. And repeated uncontrolled blinks are why I was able to evade him. If I had controlled blink, I would be a lot less scared. Oh god, that hurt so much. Boom. Oh man. Missed my stab. Eventually I got one though. I should really just go and clear the slime pits for the experience and the loot. Invisibility will own there, but it will require me to use up tons of food since I will be constantly invisible. So I don't know, it's a 50-50 proposition. Okay, this floor, with the sole exception of Mennos, is now cleared. Which means I can now safely retreat to this floor, should the need arise. With the exception of shadow dragons and tentacled monstrosities, the majority of enemies I am likely to encounter that are dangerous directly around the vault door are going to be unable to see an invisible character like myself, which makes them ample stab targets, which means both ample stab targets, but more importantly, if I play my cards right, I'll get tier 1 stabbing since they won't even be disturbed. Oh, come on, just die. Being attacked by 2 of us and you can't even see one. You know what? I'll just burn you alive. And you're icy, so I'm gonna burn you alive too. There we go. Yeah, ultimately, stabbers are interesting and fun, but does not mean they are efficient or the correct way to play. A good stabber uses a lot of spells. Alright, so here it is. Here's the plan. We don't know where Mennos is, but we assume he is here-ish. If he comes directly at me, I will still probably have enough time to pull up a teleport and enough evade to survive his initial onslaught. I can always use darts of dispersal and hope to knock him a little bit away to get by myself time. So it looks like I'm going to be going into the vaults. Throwaway JabGut has done fantastic. He's hit level 18. He has acquired... He hasn't gotten any runes? Oh, that's silly. Should go to the spider pit. I'm pretty sure they can't see invisible. Except maybe the ghost moths. Anyway, that's the plan for later. So that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed what you've seen thus far. I will catch you guys next time.